Hi, my name is Sunil Menon and I am recording this video for Endurance Korner. So, the first question that I would like to answer is what inspired me to take on Comrades Marathon? I've not been running an international race since 2019. That's before COVID. The last race I did was Ironman Zurich in 2019, which I completed in 13 hours 26 minutes. It's a good one, but after that, COVID came, and with COVID came a lot of other health issues personally for me. After my second vaccine, within 3 months, I got vertigo, tinnitus, so that put me at the back seat for quite some time. And actually, my confidence level in doing races and ultra runs was quite demotivating for me because I didn't know when I would get an vertigo attack. So I really wanted to test myself whether I'm ready for an ultra endurance event. And I told myself that if I'm able to do a sub 315 marathon in New Delhi, I will consider to register for Comrades Marathon. And Comrades Marathon was something that was always in my bucket list because of its grandeur and the importance of this run. And I really wanted to experience that because I heard a lot about this from a lot of runners who had completed Comrades Marathon. Completing Comrades Marathon personally gives me this boost that I'm ready for the big stage. Specifically, it validates my training methodology that I have been working on, specifically breathing, specifically long, slow runs, and also my vertigo that was there. So, all in all, it has really given me that confidence to register for more races and perform at a higher stage and perform better. So, from here on, I'm expecting some really outstanding performances in my upcoming races. I have done ultra marathons before. I was a record holder, or still is a record holder for 75-kilometer Bangalore Ultra trail run. 75-kilometer trail run I did in 7 hours 14 minutes. That was in 2013. That was way long back. And I also did an 100-kilometer run, the same Bangalore Ultra. So I've done two ultras. So ultras is not something new for me. I have done it, but yes, it's after a big long gap after which I'm doing ultra. I did that when I was pretty young. Right now I'm 52, and so with age you also need to really take care of your recovery and dial back on what you think is possible when you are young. No particular reason for choosing this year and race attempt at Comrades. It was just going with the flow. I hadn't even planned Comrades till Feb 2025. After I got a good timing, that is the time I actually thought, okay, let's me do Comrades, because that gave me the confidence that yes, I can do it. And also the Uti Ultra 60K that I did, I didn't get any vertigo issues there. And I said, okay, I'm confident of now racing at a bigger stage. And there were lots of at stake for me. So I thought, let's go and register for it. So no particular reason as such, but I just wanted to enjoy my first international race here. Structured training, I shifted to Udupi a year back in Feb to 2024, and I've started enjoying runs outdoors after this. Hyderabad is a city quite polluted, and to go anywhere for a run. I usually need to take your car out, travel for at least half an hour, do your run, come back, and I wasn't really enjoying my runs in Hyderabad outdoors. So I had a treadmill and I was running on the treadmill. And so I'd never kept any specific goals for myself because of the vertigo issue also. But when I came to Manipal, I saw the greenery, I saw the runners group over here, very vibrant group, and that motivated me to do runs. And I started doing a lot of running. Specifically, I started running outdoors morning and evening, started enjoying my run more often, and I think that really boosted my performance. And I did mostly long runs, slow runs, and 90% of my training was zone 1 and zone 2. I would always be between zone 1 and zone 2 in my training. My weekly mileage was around 124 kilometers a week. I used to achieve that through the months of December, Jan, Feb, but not with the objective of doing comrades, just with building up my endurance. I was just focusing on building up my endurance, and the maximum I trained, peak training, was 60 kilometers UT Ultra and 45 kilometers of run on the 5 weeks before the Comrades marathon. 5 to 6 weeks, even 6 weeks before the Comrades marathon, I did a 45-kilometer run, and that was it. I didn't train too hard for Comrades. I think that was better because I was well prepared, well rested, and fresh for the Comrades marathon. Balance work, family, and other commitments. I think it was easy for me because I wasn't focusing on any other sport except running. And morning I would run maybe 10 kilometers, evening around 5 kilometers. So doing 100 kilometers of running was pretty easy for me. And since I shifted to uh, Udupi, that in Manipal, it was easy for me to balance my work as well as family because everything was just falling in place for me. So it was pretty easy for me. The toughest training and moment was actually the 45 kilometer self supported run that I did. I did hill repeats. I was just going up and down the hill that was just next to my house. That was the toughest one for me because it was really hot, humid, and I was pretty slow. I was running at 7:30, 7:45 pace, and the heat and weather was just really, really bad. But I still wanted to do a 45 kilometer. I managed to take an elevation of 1,800 to 2,000 approximately meters, I guess, and I was really finished after that run. And OT Ultra was also very, very tough. I learned a lot, made a lot of mistakes in OT, but I think that really helped me finish stronger at the Comrades Marathon. So I would highly recommend OT Ultra for every person. There were no moments in my training where I doubted whether I could finish because I had a very high mileage. So I knew even if I do a run, walk, run, if I keep a lower heart rate, I'll definitely be able to finish Comrades maximum taking 10 hours, 30 minutes, not more than that. I never had any confidence issues when I was doing my training. Mental preparation for the race, of course, I did a lot of visualization. I started creating my nutrition base plan diligently in the last 3 months. In the moment I got my registration done in April, I started actually creating a sheet where I plan my paces according to the hills. And I used to attend the YouTube sessions by Coach Parry. He was quite instrumental in really dialing back my paces and numbers. And since it was my first Comrades marathon, I thought it's better to be more conservative than go all out. And So my nutrition and my pace had to be spot on. So I had to rework a lot on my strategy. When I created my first draft, I was pretty aggressive, and then I had to dial back and dial back further. But yeah, I was pretty confident when I worked on this. I think maybe 10, 15 times I had to rework on my paces and nutrition till I dialed in further. So you have to be very precise with your planning of your paces and nutrition. You can't get it right in the first attempt. And practicing that, whatever you do, and coming back on the drawing board and making those changes is very, very vital. And since I had a very short time, I had to really work on these factors quite a lot. Uh, what went through my mind at the start line? That is very interesting question. So the first thing that I went in my mind was I'm very grateful that I'm here at the start line, and I was quite confident that I would finish it. There was no fear in my mind of finishing it. I only told myself, enjoy this. This is your moment, and objective is to finish strong. I do not want to be cramping towards the end, walking or crawling. I really want to go strong with my arms open and with a smile in my face. And so that was one thing that I prayed to God to give me the strength and the resilience to conquer this distance. So the first 15 kilometers was quite easy. People were really racing through quite hard, and it was pretty, I would not say too cold, but it was a very pleasant weather. And then after 15 kilometers, I removed my jacket and the poncho and everything, and as well as my gloves. And I felt very good in this section. So from 15 to 30, it was very nice, and I was felt wow, on top of the world. And then once you reach Botas Hill, the 42-kilometer mark, that's where you actually feel that Comrades is now started, actually, because you still have 48 kilometers to go, and the hills start, and your legs, especially your quads, they start giving up. You start getting twitches, you feel that you're cramping, you feel like quitting. So 42 to 52 is the toughest time, physically and mentally. Mentally also, you really feel like giving up and saying, no, this is not worth it, it's bad. But all you need to do is to just take one step forward and keep moving, keep moving. So I took a lot of breaks during that period, and always took a massage wherever was possible. There were so a lot of volunteers who with creams and sprays who were there, and they really helped in massaging your legs, and that gave a little of confidence that yes, I can just go ahead. Once you cross the 52 mark and you reach 60 kilometers, that's where they start the countdown. So they say 30 to go, and the downward countdown begins, and that makes it a little more easier on your mind. And the toughest is actually also the last 10 kilometers, where you feel they're going downhill, but there's no downhill. It's always uh, rolling, and the rolling hills are very steep. So you really feel, when is this going to end? So that was it. So just going 10 kilometers at a time was one thing that was actually going into my mind, not to see too far off, uh, conquer every 10 kilometers and just go ahead. um, yes, of course, moment I crossed the 60-kilometer mark, I said 30 kilometers left. I saw that board and I said, yes, now I don't think so. It's going to be impossible. I definitely knew I was going to make it, and the crowd was also very enthusiastic. And specifically, once you cross the 80-kilometer mark, because there are a lot of people who say, yes, you're just there, you're just there, you're just there. So you really feel quite motivated to keep running. Specifically, I made sure that I run from 73 kilometer to 80 kilometer. I ran continuously non-stop because I really wanted to get that 80-kilometer mark, cross that 80-kilometer mark. so that the next 10 kilometers I can just relax and take it easy and soak it in. And that was my mentality when I was running continuously from 73 to 80. And I'm happy I did ran continuously, and I ran at a good pace there. So I was very happy to do that. Oh, finishing the crossing line was a magical moment. I thank God I could finish. I was quite worried about my vertigo, was quite worried about whether I'll be able to finish this distance in terms of not, the only thing that could stop me from finishing was the vertigo. Otherwise, everything was perfectly set for me. So, crossing the finish line with without any cramps, without any issues, feeling strong was the best moment. And I just thank the universe for allowing me to do this and enjoying my race. And I said, yes, now it is time to party. My key to my success, I would say, is definitely my long, slow runs that I did, my slow running runs, my mileage that I kept, and my hydration nutrition strategy. Thinking that was nearly spot on. Nearly, because I last 72 kilometers, after 72 kilometers, I felt having a gel was a bit tough, so I have to rework on that slightly. But I think these were the two things that really helped me. And shifting to Manipal from Hyderabad, I think that was key to my success. And I think I would do differently. Yes, my nutrition strategy will be slightly different if I do Comrades, and of course, I will be a bit faster. So I will not go without any baggage. So since I've already done Comrades, I will try to push the pace a bit more and not be conservative. So that's one thing that I will do uh, for Comrades when I do it for the second time, if at all I do. So if you're preparing for your first Comrades, remember you have to pace yourself well. You have to keep a pace of 8 minimum. So all your training runs, try to be around that pace if you're doing it for the first time. And do long, slow runs as much as you can. Make sure you train at a lower heart rate, and I think that will be very important. Work on your hydration nutrition strategy. It should be spot on. And maintain run walk run method. You have to run walk run, you should not run continuous. You have to conserve your legs, your energy for the last 25-30 kilometers, because once you cross the 52-kilometer mark, you touch 60, you got the race in your bag. That's one thing that you need to tell yourself, and so that's very important. Actually, Comrades Marathon, even before that, changed me quite a lot as a person. I understood how it is and what it feels like to conquer Comrades. Comrades has intermediate cutoffs, and I also personally feel that your goals should have intermediate cutoffs, and you should have a cutoff for your goals, personal goals, life goals. It should not be an endless one. So keeping those cutoffs and meeting those cutoffs is very critical. So I learned that to apply all these things in real life, and really win and believe in your goals and strive to get them. I think that's very, very important. I definitely want to run Comrades again in future. I do not know if it is going to be possible or not again, but I definitely want to do Comrades again. It's such a beautiful race. I won't want to miss the fun. I think that's a beautiful place. I think I enjoyed this more than doing Ironman because of the camaraderie and the fun, the crowd support that's there throughout the run. If I have to describe Comrades experience in 3 words, I would say Comrades is an emotion, and you must live that emotion, experience it. So, one thing that about Comrades that one can truly understand only if they have run is that Comrades gives you that platform to really be a winner in your own life, to stand up and say yes, you can do it, to experience unity, to experience diversity. Unity and diversity, you can't experience it anywhere in the world except in Comrades Marathon, because people from different cultures, religions, caste, country, all types of people come there, and they're supporting you irrespective of which country they belong to. I saw a lot of whites, blacks, Europeans calling India Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, and supporting the Indians. And it was really nice to see that, and a lot of love and support from everyone from all over the world. And of course, we also supported each other. So it is something that you can truly experience as a runner only when you are running in Comrades and not without it. So that's one thing that I would definitely want you all to experience. So yes, that's all from my side. Thank you so much, Rohan Kumbar, for giving me this opportunity to talk about my Comrades experience, and wishing you all the best, and wishing all the athletes from Endurance Corner all the very best. Take care, enjoy. God bless you. Bye bye.